From Gold Coast in Las Vegas, we're here for the title matches of today's JBT event. Both divisions at once here today. Dallas Leong looking for title number 2. This is the second frame, and he struck in the first, going up against Danny Varholdt, who's going to be bowling in his first career scratch division title match. A former handicap division bowler of the year, finally breaking through in the scratch division. That's the story here. Over in the handicap division, Savannah Carr has won 3 consecutive matches in the handicap stepladder. She was over there somewhere. She's going to take on top seed Donovan Koff for the handicap division win. 4 interesting stories on a very high scoring day. We'll see if the pattern holds up long enough to yield some more big numbers here. As Leong doesn't cover the double wood there, and he's open in the second to hand a big early lead to Varholdt. Dallas, one of the up-and-coming players here on our tour, now that a few of our older Mojave bowlers have finally aged out. It's really wide open here for Dallas to burst through and become a bit of a superstar here locally. He's got all the physical game and talent at still a very young age. Only that 1 career title that was in Laughlin last year, but a whole slew of top 5s. He likes that one, and 10 in the pit right there. Carr, this is in her second frame. She opened in the first, and she's going to throw back-to-back opens, which is the direct opposite of what she's been doing the first 3 games in this stepladder finals, steamrolling past Jessica Kellogg, Aaron Watkins, and James Gabor. Here's Varholdt, double working in the third. And oh, almost, oh, are you kidding me? Breaks up the 3-6-10, gets the 3-6 to fall, then the 10 goes for a huge early break for Danny. My goodness.
And I was like, yeah, dude, since when ago?
We've talked a lot about younger bowlers having big performances lately in JBT. Koff yet another one of those. I think Donovan is what, 9 years old? What, how old is he? What is he? That's a 12-year-old, folks. We talked about King Tez tearing up the scratch division at 12. This guy doesn't bowl or look like a 12-year-old. He is a beast. But unfortunately, he's going to give an open frame back here unless he can get real lucky at the 6-7-10. He doesn't. So he's got a 28 through 2, and Savannah's got 15 through 2. Koff is also getting 1 pin of handicap, so it's a 14-pin lead when you add it all up. Watch the timing of Dallas. Absolutely perfect at the foul line. But finally, we might have some lanes breaking down here. The scores are very all day. It took plus 77 just to make the cut in scratch today. The pattern's held up all day long, but at 21-2, Riley particularly found this pair a little squirrely, and the bowler's starting to come up high here. Donovan using more than the full approach. We'll talk about that a little bit here too. Oh, doesn't quite get that corner pin out. Pretty good shot for him as Dallas covers up that 7. Donovan is literally growing as we speak, probably. And he's had some foul issues today as a result of that. He slides really close to the foul line anyway. He had more than a couple of fouls during the day today. We actually have a foul line judge out off camera to the left just to make sure he doesn't go over for sure. He's actually standing off the approach by about a step and a half just to cover that. So we're praying that he's good. He's over asking the foul judge if he's good.
Blanchard goes 7 out.
Varholdt working on front 4 now. No, make it front 5.
DJ slow.
When Danny gets on, he can string with the very best of them. Danny's problem has been the open frames in between the strikes and just the rotten games in between good games. He's always put up big numbers with us ever since he went to scratch, but he would throw in, you know, that 140, 150 or whatever. That would just kill him in the end. That did not happen today. He had a high game of 267, a low game of 183, but everything else was well over 200. So, and this game's going to be well over 200 as he is perfect through the front 6. What a breakthrough this is looking like it's going to be for Danny. Carr also looking for a bit of a breakthrough here, and she catches the double. Strike, strike, strike after those 2 opens. Savannah looking for her second career JBT title. She was brilliant in the girls' invitational last summer and then really hasn't done a whole lot since then. It's been a struggle, so busting out of that struggle in a big-time way right here. Leong has to answer with strikes here in the 6th and 7th. We're just going to run out of frames. Oh, gets lucky to trip out of 4 there. Danny won the Arizona Handicap Bowler of the Year a couple years ago. sort of paying his dues in the scratch division and trying to bust out of it here. Donovan a full step and a half off the foul line, off the approach rather, and a millimeter off the foul line, but still gets it to fall. Yeah, he gets to the foul line perpendicular and then kind of twists off with his foot, and sometimes the perpendicular part fouls. Like I said, we're praying that doesn't happen here. Leong has to have it. Leong does have it. Dallas, a real sharp mental game. He's not going to give an inch here, even though he's trailing way behind. He's going to play his own game and still pump himself up after each strike. Koff would love to answer Savannah's double with one of his own. Here we go. Also have the Varholdt on camera.
Roll it.
Koff gets the double to match Savannah's and maintain his lead, while Varholdt almost rolls that 10-pin for front 7. Just looking like it's meant to be for Danny right now. And covers up the spare as well. Josh Blanchard competing in the World Series of Bowling World Championship semifinals right now, and unfortunately he's struggling in his pod, but we're awful proud of what he's done all World Series long, and he's just about mathematically out right now. But lots of JBT grads and current bowlers did great things in the World Series. Zach cashed in one event, Hattori. Obviously, we just talked about Josh. Kane cashed a couple times. Fagan's become a superstar. This is your stepping stone to get to that next level. 2 10-pin conversions for Varholdt. Carr is wide. Oh man! Carr was way wide in that one, and just tomahawks the 2-pin from behind to roll it for a 4-bagger, and she is right back in this match. Goes quickly when there's strikes, and there's 2 matches going at the same time. We'll try and keep up here. Dallas can still strike out for 248. Varholdt going at a 248 pace, meaning strike spare. So anybody's game if Leong can still string. Begs for it to hook, he gets it, and like I said, he knows he's still in this game. Dallas, even though only with 1 title, has by far more experience in this situation, and he can put all the pressure on a untested Danny. Crashes through the head pin there.
110 frame scoring.
Lucky to only leave the 6-pin.
110 frame scoring. There it goes.
We're okay.
No, you're good. You're good.
Lucky to only leave the 6-pin there, Koff. Hopefully he'll spare it up. Donovan qualified first today at plus 369. Look out. Has the spare. Dallas has to have the strike. Oh yeah, you betcha. Tough as nails for not an old man himself either. How old's Dallas, Terry? How old's Dallas? We'll be 17 on Turkey Day. Dallas, the old man of the bunch right now in this field. Oh man, the left-hand lane is the little jumpier of the 2 lanes as Varholdt comes up high again, and yeah, if Danny doesn't double, he can lose this game still. Koff comes up high again as well. Lucky to break it up, leaves only the 6-10. Even on a day where strikes were easy to come by, it's coming down to some spare shooting here as the lanes finally start to break down. If Varholdt doubles, he wins. If Varholdt gets anything less than a double, Dallas can double to win the match. Untested in this position. What can Danny come up with? Oh, does he ever come up with the goods there? As he would have gotten 50 in the pit right there. And meanwhile, Koff misses that 6-10. As good as he's been a little shaky on those corner pins today. That might come back and bite him, as now Carr working on that 4-bagger can start to put it away if she can continue the string. That, of course, a big if. Strike here, Danny Varholdt's a scratch champion. It's left. Ooh, and it doesn't carry the 4, and Dallas can come back from oblivion and win this match, and he knows it. He leaps out of his chair. Oh man, nice shot by Savannah, but a ring and 10 is going to keep Koff alive. If she spares it up, she'll be leading by 21 and then giving 1 pin, so she'll be up by 20, but they still have 3 frames to go over in Handicap. Spare doesn't matter too much, but you never know. A real nice 246 either way for Danny. A brilliant performance there, but will it be enough? Nice job covering up the spare. 3 strikes in the 10th for 248, right, Riley? Yeah. Strip punch for 248. So double 9 wins. Anything less, Danny wins it. Double 8. We'll have some overtime. This has been the slightly trickier of the 2 lanes. Let's see how he handles it. He likes it. Oh, no. That was the lane that was jumping for both of them. Couldn't get that ball to hold pocket. And Danny Varholdt has paid his dues and has come through. These Arizona kids come on up to Mojave, and you know, we think about the potential winners there. You got Joe Lou, Koff, and Riley, and Varholdt comes through with it. We've been waiting for this kind of performance out of him, saying it's a matter of time, and that time is now. 2nd career title for Danny. Third career title for Danny, beg your pardon, first scratch. For Dallas, yet another top 5 that goes without a win, but he's going to bowl a fine 220 himself. And still work to be done now in the handicap division. 227 for Leong. Great job out of them. All right, here we go. Koff leaving a relatively tricky 248 here. Pretty much has to spare it. Nice job. So he trails by 20 like we talked about. Carr is working on a strike in the 8th. Koff up here in the 9th. Spare working now. Still plenty of time here. Donovan's been doing just about nothing but striking all day long. Had a high game of 279 in game 8 to leap back into the lead. A low game of 192 on his 173 entering average, so he torched him today. Whoa, baby!
Cost is $3 to enter.
Get that turkey shoot.
In the 3rd, 6th, and 9th of any game and win a $15 gift certificate from Elderton. You must enter before your 3rd frame of the 1st game. We also will be having our Thanksgiving Alibi tournament on Thanksgiving Day.
2 one-time titleists here, clawing for number 2. Advantage Carr with the strike. See what she has.
And finally, we are having a special edition
Derek asked me best without a title.
from 9:30 to
Oh, what a brilliant shot there from Carr with a little fist bump.
per person.
She extends the lead to 30, so I think a mark wins it here for Carr. Riley's asking who's the best non-winner, and that's a good question. It was always Forrest Holland back in the day. Who's?
Chris.
Chris won one.
No.
Doubles.
Chris won a double.
To lock it up with a strike. Oh, the 4-pin moves but doesn't fall. All right, let's see now. Savannah misses this for 192-201. Donovan strikes out for 203. If Savannah misses, Koff can still win the match. Savannah spares it. She locks up win number 2.
So you got this one?
Either way, Randy Spieler gets the hole in a second. Riley.
Sorry.
Title. 261 to 234 over Jessica Kellogg, 257 to 216 over Aaron Watkins, 220, 212 over James Gabor. The best Koff can do is 204 with the extra pin. 2 pins away from the win. I think she's going to get 2. She's been getting an awful lot of 10. Behind the line, and 2 is a winner. Savannah Carr, my goodness.
That win?
Just can't touch the girls on tour right now. They have been on fire. Jory Koizumi won a scratch title. A couple other scratch finalists. And a great performance by Koff, too. And it's going to be a runner-up great performance. And of course, they strike now. They always do. Tell Randy, please, 2 balls on each lane on 21 and 2. It's that helpless feeling for poor Donovan of what more could I have done? We're at the, yeah, of course, the double now. Body language tells the story there. We're at the 15-minute mark, so we'll talk to you tomorrow for more fun from golf.